Good day, dear students. Welcome back to Matrices and Systems of Linear Equations. On this video, I will be explaining to you how to find inverse of a matrix using elementary row operation. So in my previous video, I have explained to you the notes on elementary row operation. In this video, we will be doing an example. Okay, the example that I am going to cover in this video is example 18. So you can check in your lecture notes. Okay, students, now to do ERO, as I have explained to you in my previous video, we have to write this as an augmented matrix. So make sure you have your augmented matrix. Okay, so once we have written this in our augmented matrix, in my video, I will be teaching you how to prepare the template for ERO. Okay, now my template, I will always start with row 1. So what I will do with row 1 is I will multiply. The operation involved in row 1 is multiply. Okay, so for any matrix given, this is the template that I will be using. Okay, I'll always start with row 1. Okay, once I'm done with row 1, I will continue with row 2 and row 3. Okay, notice student, the row that you choose to do your operation, you must have a star at the top part to show that this is the row that we are doing a operation. Okay, now for the second step, what I'm going to do with row 2 and row 3 is either plus or minus. Okay, I'm gonna either plus or minus, definitely with row 1. Definitely with the row that I did operation in the previous step. So this is just template. We are not doing the solution. Okay, this is the template is for you to help to use ERO. Okay, students. So this is my second step. Okay, when we are done with second step, we would have finished column 1. We would have got 1, 0, 0 in column 1. Okay, now my third step. Okay, so now we are going to go to column 2, starting with row 2. Okay, so again row 2 will involve multiplication. Okay, I hope you are following. Okay, after row 2, I will continue my template with row 1 and row 3. Okay, so there is a star here. Okay, now for row 1 and row 3, the operation is definitely same as step 2, addition or subtraction. Okay, so we will take row 1 and row 3 to do operation with the row 2. Okay, same as step 2. Okay, now by the time you do this, you would have done your column 2. Now we're gonna focus on column 3. Okay, so for column 3, we will start with row 3. And the operation involved again same as the first step and the third step, that would be multiplication. Okay, now once we get the answer there, we're gonna continue with after row 3, it's going to be row 1 and row 2. Okay, and row 1 and row 2 same. Okay, what are we going to do with row 1 and row 2? Either addition or subtraction with only row 3. We won't be using other rows. Okay, so I hope you can follow the template. Okay, the template is going to start with row 1 involving operation of multiplication, followed by row 2, row 3 involving addition or subtraction. Okay, followed by row 2 multiplication, and then row 1, row 3 addition or subtraction. Okay, next row 3 multiplication, row 1, row 2 addition or subtraction. Okay, so if you prepare your template, it will be easy for you to solve the question. Okay, now we're going to see what are we going to do with row 1. My aim here is to get 1. Okay, so now if we look at the given question, it's already 1. Okay, so basically we don't have to do step 1. Okay, because there's nothing to change. It's already 1. So this is just my template, yeah. So this step is not needed for this particular question. Okay, I already have 1. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy back the question. Okay. Okay, students. Now we're going to look at row 2 and row 3. So our aim is to get 0, 0. Okay. So these two people, we are supposed to change them to 0, 0. Happen to be my row 3 is already 0. So this operation is not needed. Okay. So it's going to be only row 2. So the number involved in row 2 is 2. Okay, and I need to change this to 0 by either adding or subtracting. So what's your idea, students? Can we add something? Obviously, no. If you add something, your number is going to get bigger. Obviously, you have to minus with 2 so that you get 0. So if we can't minus with 2, we can only minus with a row. So when I minus with my row 1, my row 1 is 1, not 2. Okay, we have decided we're going to minus. So how to get 2 here? What I'm going to do is, I'm going to multiply row 1 with 2. So that I get 2. Okay, students? So I hope you are following. So now, let's look at the operation. Okay. So we're going to take row 2. Okay, so this is for you to help to see what is your answer. So we're going to take row 2. Row 2 is 2, 0, 3. Followed by 0, 1, 0. Okay, 2, 0, 3. Followed by 0, 1, 0. Minus, okay, we're going to minus with 2 times row 1. So this is your row 1. Okay. So you're going to multiply every element with 2. So that is going to give us 2, negative 2, 4, 2, 0, 0. Okay. So this is your operation. So we're going to get the answer here. When we minus, we will be getting 0, 2, negative 1, negative 2, 1, 0. Okay, students? Okay, now, remember your operation is on row 2. So now we're going to copy our answer. Okay, so remember there's no changes in row 1. So row 1 maintains as 1, negative 1, 2, 1, 0, 0. Row 2, we have a new row 2 which is 0, 2, negative 1, negative 2, 1, 0. And there's no changes in row 3, 0, 1, negative 1, 0, 0, 1. Okay, students, notice by this step, we have managed to change column 1 to 1, 0, 0. Now, my aim is column 2. And I'm going to start with 2. Okay, I'm going to learn how to change 2 into 1. Okay, and the operation involved is multiplication. So you have to think, what do you multiply with 2 so that you get 1? Okay, so that would be 1 over 2. So what are we going to do with row 2? We're going to multiply row 2 with 1 over 2. Okay, students, remember The changes is on row 2. There's no changes in row 1. So I'm going to copy row 1 as it is. Okay, now row 2, we're going to multiply every element with 1 over 2. So we will be getting 0, 1, negative 1 over 2. Okay, negative 1, 1 over 2 and 0. Okay, I hope you are following this. Now, there's no changes in row 3. We're going to copy row 3 as it is. 0, 1, negative 1, 0, 0, 1. Okay, so I've managed to change the second column. I managed to change the element 2 into 1. Okay, now my constant is negative 1 and 1. Okay, students. Okay, my constant, next constant is negative 1 and 1. Okay, sorry, negative 1 and 1. Okay, we're going to change negative 1 and 1 into 0. So how are we going to do that? So if you look at the operation involved, it's going to be plus or minus. Okay, let's start with row 1, negative 1. What do you do with negative 1? Either plus or minus, so that you get 0. Obviously, you will plus 1. Okay, so for row 1, we have decided the operation that you're going to use is plus. And row 2 is already 1. Okay, so we don't have to multiply anybody by row 2. Now we're going to concentrate on row 3. Now the number on row 3 is 1. Okay, you have to either add or subtract so that you get 0. So obviously you will choose to minus 1. So here the operation involved is going to be minus, and row 2 is already 1. So the operation involved is going to be row 1 plus row 2 and row 3 minus row 2. Okay, so for better understanding, we will write down what is row 1. Okay, students, so row 1 is 1, negative 1, 2, followed by 1, 0, 0. We're gonna plus with row 2. So row 2, 0, 1, negative 1 over 2. Negative 1, 1 over 2, 0. Okay, so we're gonna plus this. Okay, so what happens when you plus? So you'll be getting 1, 0. 2 plus negative 1 over 2 will give us 3 over 2. 1 plus negative 1 is 0. 1 over 2 and 0. So this is your new row 1. Okay, next we're going to take row 3 minus row 2. So what are we going to do? We're going to copy down row 3, which is 0, 1, negative 1, followed by 0, 0, 1. We're going to minus with row 2. 0, 1, negative half, negative 1, half, 0. We're going to minus. So we will be getting 0, 0. So negative 1 minus negative half, that would be plus half. So we will be getting negative half here. 0 minus negative 1. Okay, so we will be getting 1, negative half and 1. So that's your new row 1 and row 3. So I'm going to copy my new row 1 and row 3. And remember, there's no changes in row 2. Okay, so let's copy our new row 1, which is 1, 0, 3 over 2, followed by 0, 1 over 2, 0. Okay, no changes in row 2. So I'm going to copy row 2 as it is. 0, 1, negative 1 over 2, negative 1, 1 over 2, 0. And we got a new row 3, which is 0, 0, negative 1 over 2, 1, negative 1 over 2, and 1. Okay, students, notice that we have completed our column 2. Okay, next is I'm going to go to column 3, and my first element is how to change negative half into 1 using multiplication. Okay, so you have to think, what do you do with negative 1? What do you multiply with negative 1 over 2 so that you get 1? Okay, students, what do you do here? Obviously, we will multiply with negative 2. So what I'm going to do with row 3 is, I'm going to multiply with negative 2. Okay, so there's no changes in row 1. I'm going to copy row 1 as it is. Okay, so row 1, 1, 0, 3 over 2, 0, 1 over 2, 0. No changes in row 2, 0, 1, negative 1 over 2, negative 1, 1 over 2, 0. We have a new row 3. We're going to multiply row 3 with negative 2. So this will give us 0, 0, 1, negative 2 times 1, negative 2. Negative 2 times 1 over 2 is 1 and negative 2. Okay. Now, my next aim is to change 3 over 2 and negative half into 0. So let's start with row 1. Okay, let's think, what do you do with row 1, which is 3 over 2, by using addition or subtraction so that you get 0. So what we will do? We will minus with 3 over 2. So the operation that we're going to choose is minus. And here we have to have 3 over 2. Next, let's focus on row 2. Okay, row 2 is negative 1 over 2. What do you do with 1 over 2? Either add or subtract. You have to either add or subtract. So, we will add with 1 over 2. So, the chosen operation is addition. And the constant here is 1 over 2. Okay, so I hope you are following this. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to write down the operation row 1 minus 3 over 2 row 3. So I'm going to copy down row 1. So row 1 is 1, 0, 3 over 2. Followed by 0, 1 over 2, 0. Okay, so what are we going to do? We're going to minus with 3 over 2 multiply row 3. So you're going to take 3 over 2 multiply with every element here. Okay, 3 over 2 times 0 is 0, 0, 3 over 2. 3 over 2 times negative 2. Okay, so 3 over 2 times negative 2, we will be getting negative 3. 3 over 2 times 1, we will be getting 3 over 2. And again, 3 over 2 times negative 2, we will be getting negative 3. Okay, so now we're going to minus. So this is going to give us 1, 0, 0. 0 minus negative 3 is 3. 1 over 2 minus 3 over 2. So we will be getting negative 2 over 2, which is negative 1. 0 minus negative 3 will be giving us 3. Now this is your new row 1. Next we're going to go to row 2. So what are we going to do with row 2? Copy your row 2. 0, 1, negative 1 over 2. Okay. Followed by negative 1, 1 over 2, 0. So that's your row 2. Okay. We're going to plus with 1 over 2 row 3. So now we're going to multiply this whole element with 1 over 2. So we will be getting 0, 0, 1 over 2 followed by negative 1, 1 over 2, negative 1. Okay, so what are you going to do? You're going to add this. So you'll be getting 0, 1, 0. Okay, negative 1 plus negative 1, we will be getting negative 2. 1 over 2 plus 1 over 2, 1 and negative 1. Okay, so this is your new row 1 and row 2. No changes on row 3. Okay, students, so now this is our final answer. Okay, we're going to write down. So I have to write it here because there's not enough space there. Okay, so the new row 1 is 1, 0, 0, 3, negative 1, 3. And the new row 2 is 0, 1, 0, negative 2, 1, negative 1. We didn't do any operation on row 3. So we're going to copy as it is 0, 0, 1, negative 2, 1, negative 2. Okay. So what we have done, we managed to change this to identity. So according to our notes, once we manage to change this to identity, on your right hand side is your A inverse. Okay, students? So we're going to write down our A inverse. Okay, our final answer, A inverse is, okay, 3, negative 1, 3, followed by negative 2, 1, negative 1, followed by negative 2, 1, negative 2. Okay, so this is a very long, tedious solution. Okay, we quite easy to make mistakes on our steps here. So sometimes it's good to check whether we got the right answer or not. Remember the property that we have learned. When we take matrix A, multiply with A inverse, we will be getting identity. So you have your matrix A, you have your A inverse. You can always try to multiply both to see whether you got the right A inverse or not. Okay, this is optional just to check your answer. Okay, students, I hope you would have followed ERO. Okay, I have another example on my next video so that you can understand better. So that's all for my video today. Please submit the following solution as a proof of your attendance.